Hi, friends.
Hello.
How is everyone doing today? Hi, Kathy, Southern Minnesota. Sunny today. It's actually sunny here in Ohio today, too. Hi, Ruth Ann. We're excited, too, for day 2. Keep the comments coming. We love these live demos. They're so much fun.
We have fun.
I just shoved my lunch down my face. So I'm like, it's time to go live. Sarah's like, are you going to be okay? yes, I am. So it's good to see you all. So let's kind of recap, Sarah, on what we did yesterday.
Yeah.
What did we do yesterday?
So yesterday we had some fun. We picked on each other a little bit on the live. But the most important thing is we showed you guys the brand new Let Freedom Ring 3-block wall hanging. This is our latest 3-block wall hanging in a huge collection of these things. And, we didn't say yesterday, or maybe we did, this is a 3-block wall hanging. If you're new here, we call it that because of the 3 blocks down the center. And they all have really, really cute borders, just like this one. So it's really fun. It's got both applique and then stitch and flip technique to complete the bottom 2 blocks. And oh goodness, what else did we do? We stitched the free gift together.
Yeah.
Which these are so fun.
These are so cute.
I might take these home.
Yes, you
I
should.
can't get that on there exactly how it goes, but these are really cute. Perfect for like potted plants. I don't know how to say that, but
say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, perfect for potted plants. And just really quick, easy to make. This was your free gift if you registered. So I hope you did.
Yeah, I hope you did too.
It's a cute one.
We would love for you to make this, post it in our VIP Facebook group, and show us what you do with them. In fact, we showed you yesterday when Sarah did her demonstration how to make it so the back has that little pocket so you can put like a rod in there. I think a magnet would be really fun though too.
Yeah.
So
you can
play with it. We show you how to do it this way, but you could always play with it.
Yes,
so,
you could.
Super glad you're all here. I've seen a couple comments saying this is their first live or your second day. So hello and welcome. We're super glad that you're here. In fact, if you guys would share this with your other quilter friends, we'd absolutely love it. I also have a keyword for today. So if you're new around here, let me explain what this means. We usually do live giveaways. So if you're here watching live, you have an opportunity to win the giveaway just by entering our keyword for the day, which today is summer, because I think you could keep this up all summer.
Yeah.
And we have little watermelon one that's super cute. So anyways, keyword is summer. So all you have to do is type that into the comments. If you are watching on Facebook, I think we're getting more on YouTube lately because we can link directly to that. But if you are watching on Facebook, that works too. And if you haven't ever done this before, you would want to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook just to grant permission so that you're entered into that drawing and Facebook can see who you are. So just know that too. What am I forgetting? Any important other news we should share?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know we have a few slides that we're going to go over.
Yes.
And we'll go over some of that. And then I think we are going to, well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk you guys through the bonus a little bit, which is this really cute pouch, zipper in the middle, and just talk a little bit about construction and assembly with you and show you kind of another way that you could use these really fun blocks.
And you're going to love the other way too, which I'm very excited about. Before we get into the demo for today, oh, well, there's an example laying right there. Before we get into the demo today, I do want to show a couple things. I know this is a terrible slide because it's really hard to read. But I have been running around with my hair on fire today. So this is the best I could do. Can we read these shops?
Yeah.
These are participating shops. So you can order this directly from us, but if one of these are considered your local quilt shop or anywhere near you, you can call them and get this from them too.
Okay, so don't mind me as I get close to the computer, but we have Be So Busy in oh goodness, I don't know what that says, but it's in California. So Be So Busy. Go see them if you're near them. So Tech in Evansville, Indiana, Super Stitch in Northeast Pennsylvania, A&A White Sewing Center in Holiday, Florida, That sounds like a good place to be. Sounds nice and warm. Aurora Sewing Center in East Aurora, New York. Quilters Yard LLC in Junction City, Kansas. You asked me to say these, and I'm going to fumble over them.
I did that for a reason.
AAA Sewing and Fabric in Torrance, California. Yankee Quilter in Seymour, Connecticut. Sanders Sew and Vac and the Fabric Bin in Aberdeen, South Dakota. And you're also testing my memory on state abbreviations right now.
I know.
Amy Bauman Sew and Quilt in Harmony, Pennsylvania. Cali Quilt Co. in Rancho Cordova, California. Fabrics, etc. in Webster, Texas. Mill Creek Sewing and Fabric in Sherman, New York. Quilters Yard in Junction City, Kansas. I think I already said that one. Sorry about that. I was like, where am I at? Super Stitch. Yeah. Okay. I already said the rest of this. So, but it looks like we have shops all over. From California to New York and down to Florida.
Yeah.
So yeah, check those out. Call your local quilt shop. Ask if they have this because many of the shops are participating.
Yes. And even if they don't have it and they are a Hoop Sisters shop, they can get it for you. So just know that. And they do have access to the free gift and the bonus that they can do what they want with. So just know that's an option for you as well. If you do not have a participating shop near you, I'll ask Nina to drop our order link so you can get it directly from Hoop Sisters, because you're definitely going to want to order before the end of the day, before midnight. We have some specials that we'll talk about. But first, I wanted to just touch on finish size, hoop size, formats, just some of those important things. And then we could maybe get stitching and then follow up with the end about how to order and how to get the best deal.
Yep. So if you are wondering finish size, you can see it right here on your screen. It's 14 inches by 27 inches. You do need a 7-inch by 7-inch hoop size. I saw a few comments yesterday. I have a 6 by 10 hoop. Will that work? No, it won't. I'm sorry. You need a 7 by 7-inch hoop, and then embroidery formats are listed there. It's DST, EXP, Jeff, PES, VIP, and VP3. And this design is just $35, and it's a fun one.
We should mention too, which I don't think we did yesterday, that all of our Hoop Sisters designs include the quilting. So when you look at this and you see the quilting in the border, that's part of the design that you're going to get. And you do not need to figure out how to quilt it later. You don't need to get long arm done on it later. Nope. It's all there. So that's super duper exciting. So why don't we switch over and let Sarah take us on a ride today and show us the bonus. Now, she's going to show it, but I'm going to tell you how to get it. So don't go anywhere, okay?
Okay, so right here I have, I'm going to turn that a little bit. Right here I've got our blocks for the bonus stitched out. So it's 3 blocks basically. Here's our 3 blocks. So this will be the back of your pouch. So here's our completed pouch with our zipper in the middle. And these pouches are deceivingly large. Yeah. They can actually fit a lot of things.
They can.
But this is the back. So that's what this file is. And this is just that stitch and flip technique that we did a little bit of yesterday. So really simple, really easy to complete all 3 of these blocks. And then over here, this is going to be the front of our pouch. So when you are putting your pouch together, you're going to want to trim your blocks, obviously, according to what the instructions say. So we're going to jump into trimming with the Trimmer by George. If you're new here, I saw my name in all caps. If you are new here, the Trimmer by George, if you've never heard of it and you do quilt in the hoop or you want to try a Hoop Sisters design, I highly recommend this thing. It's an acrylic ruler that has kind of a crimped metal edge on it. And watch what this metal edge does. It is great. Let me set this off to the side. So this block, I want to trim. I'm actually going to turn this around because I'm doing this a little different. I want to trim to remove the bulk from my seam allowance on this side and this side. And just follow your instructions because I am trimming this block a little bit different than your instructions will tell you for the pouch. But I just want to show you the functionality of the trimmer. So now I'm going to take this crimped metal edge, and I'm going to shimmy it up underneath all the fabric that's on the front of my block. So all that fabric is right here. And then I'll lay it flat. You can see I have none of that fabric sticking out. I'll just do a nice little gentle tug on that battleizer to get that metal edge as close to the basting stitch as possible. And then with a 60 millimeter rotary cutter, I'm just going to trim that battleizer away. So now I don't have that bulk right in my seam allowance. It's nice and clean while protecting the fabric on the front of the block. Okay, so I have that part done. Now, the reason I'm going to do mine a little different is because I still think that this would be super, super cute if I just join this like this, and it's kind of an oversized mug rug. Or you could hang it somewhere. I don't know. It's really, really cute. I will tell you the dimensions on these two joined together versus this one. These are about 1/8 of an inch smaller, but it'll still work okay. Just 1/8 of an inch, it'll still be fine. I'm just going to join those
Especially
together.
when doing quilt and hoop, it doesn't have to be so exact.
Yeah, they don't have to be perfect just for that little flag. But the reason I will tell you that these, when joined together, are just 1/8 of an inch smaller than this, it just gives you a little bit extra wiggle room for when you are installing your zipper. It's still going to end up larger than this side, but that is perfectly fine because it gives a little extra room inside your pouch to store little things like our cute little hoop scissors mini. Yeah, so perfect for that. So now I've trimmed to remove all of that bulk. I'm just going to trim the rest of my sides 1/4 inch from that basting stitch.
You know what I would use this for?
What?
I would put chapstick.
Yeah.
Maybe a very small sunscreen, some cash, my license.
For going to the pool or something.
And you go to the pool
Yep.
over the summer and you have your little pouch with you.
Well, I mean, when you see me at your house this summer with that little pouch in my chat,
I'll know
where
what you got.
Idea. Okay. So all I did to trim that 1/4 inch was just flip my acrylic ruler over and use that side versus having it the other way where I was removing all that bulk and using that metal edge to keep the front of my block safe. Before we had the trimmer by George, by the way, I should tell you guys, we used a hoop scissors and kind of just cut it like that. This is so much better at protecting the front of the block. So that's why we do that.
Yeah, someone said they'd add a strap.
Yes,
have a little purse.
That would be very cute. If
we love it when you guys get creative like that. It's super fun.
It is perfect. So now if you want to make the pouch, all you need to do now with these 3 blocks, you'll snag a zipper. You'll get a zipper from your sewing room or, wherever you have those. If you got to go buy one, go get a zipper. And trying to go over here and see what size zipper. It says in the instructions, but you need a 7-inch zipper. And then you'll just follow the instructions on your zipper package to install it right between these 2 blocks. After you have that done, this will kind of be one piece. And then you can just put these 2 pieces right sides together. You want to have your zipper open, of course, but right sides together, stitch around that basting stitch, and then you can clip the corners and turn it, and it turns out to be this really cute festive pouch.
So cute. I actually really love the navy. I love that dark navy.
I know. It's really cute. But yeah, like I said, I am going to, and this is upside down. But like I said, I am just going to join my blocks like that so I can have just a cute little flag.
So it's like 2 projects.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's very cute. And I will say, I do want to mention, I don't have instructions on joining your blocks like this.
Yeah.
But you guys can definitely do this. And as I'm saying that, I'm looking at my pins that I have here because
show them how to do it.
I need to show you guys how to do that.
See,
as well.
This is another reason that joining live, because this wasn't in the plan, right?
No,
Okay.
well, the pinning was, and then I forgot, and then I'm looking at the screen, and I'm like, oh, that's why I have those there.
But joining live, we don't have written instructions for this and what you're ordering, but you can watch it live and do this.
Okay, so pinning. Let's talk about a pinning technique that is fabulous. I would give it a try. If you've never done it, if you use like the clips instead of pins, I would definitely recommend giving this a try. So we call this the match point pinning technique. So I'm going to put my 2 blocks right sides together. And now that's not right how I put that together. Okay, that's right. So the match point pinning technique, all this means is that we are going to we're going to use two different kinds of pins. We call one an anchor pin, and then the other one will actually stay in our block until we join them together. So each block has at least 2 match points. That's our corners. On these 2 blocks, it's only those corners. For some designs, if there's quilting, like on Let Freedom Ring, if you are joining that together, there's quilting on those center blocks that you want to get to line up. So those would be your match points. For this one, we're just doing those corners. So I'm going to take a pin, and I'll call this my anchor pin. I'm going to pin directly through right at the corner of that basting stitch. So I hope you can kind of see that. My pin is going directly through. And then at that corresponding match point, I'm going to go directly through that one as well. So I'll just keep that anchor pin right there for a moment. I'm going to do the same thing at my other match point, just directly through. There we go. Now I'll use a third pin. And for this pin, I'm going to go right through the seam allowance and then down into my block right next to that anchor pin. Now I can remove my anchor pin. And the purpose of the anchor pin is to keep your blocks from shifting when you are pinning down into and through the block. So you want to do the anchor pin in at least a couple places. I would do at least 2 to 4 places in your block, and then you can go through the seam allowance and down into your block, remove that anchor pin. Then you'd go over to your machine and just stitch right on that basting stitch. You can start right at the corner, back up a stitch or 2, and then come forward right to the other corner on that basting stitch. So give that a try. Try that match point pinning technique if you haven't yet. I think you'll really be surprised by how much easier it is to line up your blocks.
I love that. Okay. So we also talked about this yesterday, and you guys kind of echoed this in the comments. We're not surprised. We know that you love these 3 block wall hangings mostly because it's a nice quick project.
They are.
We talked about it being a really good stash buster, and someone actually posted their patriotic fabric.
Did they really?
In our VIP group
I missed that.
quickly yesterday. I tagged you, but I know there's a lot going on around here. Plus, it's a really good price point. Someone else even said they love to change them out seasonally. A lot of them are seasonal, so that works out really, really well too. So we'd love to encourage you to do the same thing. I forget her name. I should have wrote it down. But we already had someone do this yesterday. They picked out their fabrics, they posted them, and they pulled them off from their stash, which I think is really fun. Also, I know quilt shops have tons of beautiful red, white, blues, patriotic
and
things.
Some of the fabrics, I don't want to say all because I definitely know not all of them, but some of them in Let Freedom Ring, the fabric requirements are great to use up fat quarters. So who doesn't love a fat quarter?
Right. Okay. Let's also talk about, I'm going to start that.
Okay.
Why don't we switch sides so you can read those?
Do it.
Okay. We're just talking about questions over here too. But let's talk about this bundle bonus because I know that you guys love this bonus. It's super, super cute and amazing and surprisingly versatile, which I didn't know until today.
Oh, Rosemary said it was her. I think she's talking about she found fabric from her stash. That's awesome, Rosemary.
Yay. Good job, Rosemary. And it was really pretty. It's going to be gorgeous. So if you would like to order the Let Freedom Ring 3 block wall hanging, which is the main project on USB or download, you can do that. And I would do it, guys, before midnight, because if you do that and add another item from the Let Freedom Ring category on our website, which includes things like the battleizer that you're going to need to actually, I think I'll pop. Can we do?
Yeah, let me.
She's still starring comments. We'll get your comment.
Where you want me to go right here?
Yeah. So one of the things in the Let Freedom Ring category is our battleizer. This is a 5-yard pack. So just so you know what it looks like, you can make what, 2 to 3?
Yeah, 2
Let
to 3.
Freedom Rings.
It depends on your
3
hoop
of
size.
these, depending on your hoop size. So this is in there too. So this is definitely something that you could bundle with the project. And when you do that, it's going to take 10% off both of those products automatically. It's also going to automatically add, the bonus, that Sarah just showed you how to do.
Mhm.
So you would get a bonus project that's, we're saying, probably a $15 value. Plus you would get the supplies, the battleizer you need, and the design. Now, what happens, Sarah, if they don't need battleizer? Maybe they already have some. We just
Yeah.
had a bunch of big promotions.
Yes, we
Maybe they're
did.
stocked up.
Yeah, so if you don't need battleizer, no problem. There are a lot of other goodies underneath that tab. As long as you get 2 things under that tab, you'll get 10% off. It does exclude the trimmer by George that I just demonstrated and the strip stick. So it excludes those 2, but there's other designs in there that would look great in patriotic colors. There are the hoop scissors are in there, and the battleizer and designs. So lots of great options in there.
The designs I chose to go in there, I just personally think would look really cute.
She just wants to see one of you make it in red, white, and blue, right?
Patriotic colors. Or I did put the watermelon in there too, just something that reminds me of summer. So there's a couple things in there. But just know, this is an example here of if you did go the battleizer route, the savings are $21.90 in savings, but you have to do it before midnight in order to get this. After the workshop, which is starting tomorrow at 12:01, it would be $83.99. So, did you want to answer something, or do you want to talk about this real quick?
Let's just talk about this since we're on it. So must-have supplies. So these are the things that we would highly recommend and we would call must-have supplies. Is our battleizer, which Aubrey just talked about, Vanish Light water-soluble thread. We use water-soluble thread in pretty much all of our projects. Hoop scissors, or a nice pair of scissors with an offset handle, especially for those applique portions. The trimmer by George, which I just showed you guys, and then a monopoly thread. And one of the questions I've been seeing a lot lately is, why do you use monopoly thread, or where do you use it? That's just used in the assembly part, where you are attaching the backing fabric onto the back of your quilt. And just a reminder there that for that 10% off, the trimmer by George and the strip stick are excluded from that.
Yep. But everything else in the Let Freedom Ring category does apply. And we also announced this yesterday. Who's excited for this? This is going to be, I think, really cool, because we're going to really dive in and walk you through step by step the different blocks in this project. Do you want to talk a little bit about the one-day sew-along?
Yeah, so we are hosting a one-day sew-along in our VIP Facebook group. So go and join that group if you are not in there already. This will happen on Monday, June 17th, and you can find the schedule and a prep sheet for that sew-along after you purchase. In your files are the Let Freedom Ring prep list. And this prep list is essentially just 3 different, sorry, I kind of jumped ahead on that, didn't I? But it's basically just 3 different steps so that you can make sure that you have everything you need to be ready to stitch on June 17th. And it also includes on that second page a schedule for the sew along. So you'll know exactly when the videos will be posted. It's not lives, it is videos, but I think the great thing about that is that you can pause, you can rewind. It makes it a little bit easier for you if you are stitching alongside me during the video.
Yes, I think that will be great. Okay, let me also, back up for a minute. Did we talk about the download?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay.
I just glazed right over that. And
so I'll talk about that. And if you want to look at some of those starred questions. So the other part of the surprise, something that we don't typically do, another thing we don't typically do, this time around, we may never do it again, guys. So I know sometimes we do something and then everyone asks the next time. I don't know if we'll do it again, but for this one, if you order the USB, the download of the design will also pop into your account automatically at no extra charge. We just thought that was a really great way for you to know that you're going to be ready to do the sew along on June 17th. That way we have time to get everything out the door. And even if you don't receive your USB, you have the download and you can get going on June 17th and stitch right along with us. So I'm excited about that too.
Yeah.
It means you guys can get started anytime, really.
It will be
okay.
fun.
So we do have some questions. You want to talk questions?
Okay. Yes. Okay, Dagmar wants to know if the trimmer can be used by a lefty. So Dagmar, I am right-handed, but I have never tried it as a lefty, but I do think that it would work.
Do we have any lefties in the audience?
Yeah, you guys let us know. But I do believe that
Yeah,
it would
I don't
work
see
for
why
a
you
lefty.
couldn't.
You just would orient it the
Mhm.
opposite way that I was. Oh, what did I do? Okay. For the second step, flathead pins work better when sewing the seam. Okay, so Pat's just talking about the joining. So that is a great
Perfect.
tip, Pat. Thank you. Can you put a backing like fireworks and add a stick? Are you talking? I think what you're talking about
Like
is
this?
using
like
these.
this?
Yeah, these
This to
bonus.
this?
Yeah. I mean, you could. It is not digitized in there, and I don't have instructions written to add the little pocket, but you could join your blocks together and then in the sewing machine, just stitch that little pocket on. It's just not digitized, and I didn't write specific instructions for it, but I do think it's possible.
But if you want to play with it, that would be cool.
And share a picture with us. Sigrid was just wondering, what is a fat quarter? She's in Germany.
Probably have just a different word for it. I would imagine.
Probably. Thank you for asking. So a fat quarter is just 1/4 of a yard. So just a measurement of fabric. And I don't know how to,
because I was like, I could go
that.
grab it and show you, but
And I guess I should be more specific. It is 1/4 of a yard, but it's not just it's 18 by 21 inches typically is what a fat quarter is. So I don't know how to convert that into, is it metric?
I don't know.
I'm making myself sound silly now. I should just stop.
She would probably know.
Carol wants to know if I use a walking foot for joining blocks. Yes, I do use a walking foot when I'm joining my blocks.
And during the 1-day sew along, we should mention the last video is all about trimming and joining. So the assembly, which is going to be very helpful as well. So
yeah, and you can find all of that details on what each video is on in that prep list that comes in your files. And that I think that'll help you for being prepared to know kind of what's coming next.
We'll have Nina post a link. I'm assuming you're meaning, how do you get in the VIP Facebook group? And if that's your question, Nina can drop a link to that. So if you're not in that group, I highly recommend getting in there. It's just a nice community. We can add different informational things in there. All of the recordings are in there. They're also on YouTube, but people can post pictures of the projects they're making in there too. So it's a really, really nice place. We'll post a link to that, Lynn.
So that kind of goes along with what Carol wants to know. She's not on Facebook. Can she still see the sew along videos? And
yeah, we'll put them live on YouTube as well. So they'll be in both places. The only difference is with YouTube, you can watch, but you can't really post your stuff. And but you can do it either place. The videos will be available. Anything else?
Well, when we were talking about a fat quarter, Carol worded it better than I did. She said it's a half yard cut down the center makes a fat quarter. Thank you, Carol.
Good job, Carol.
I see some other comments. I'm a lefty and love the trimmer by George. It works great. So that also, I see more. That also
okay. We've got some lefties.
Helps with that. Okay,
that is helpful.
Catherine wants to know what dollar amount is needed to get the 10% off, and I believe. Oh, you just asked me that too quick.
I think it was 50.
It's not necessarily a dollar. I think it is a minimum of 54 based on the products that are in there, Catherine. It's not really based on a specific dollar amount, though. You just have to have 2 things from the Let Freedom Ring tab on our website in your cart, excluding the trimmer by George and the strip stick.
Yep.
And I think I want to say the most inexpensive way to do that is to get the design and the hoop scissors mini, I want to say.
Here's a good question from Colleen. Colleen, no, you do not need to register to do the sew along. If you order this project, you're going to get an email reminder about the sew along. You just have to be available to sew along with us on Monday, the 17th, which is in 10 days. Can you believe it?
No.
I know.
Hello, Barb. Barb says hi.
Hi, Barb.
Okay. What else do we need to do?
Well, I do want to mention just one more time, because I would hate for someone to miss it. So forgive me if I sound like a broken record, but I want to make sure that everyone knows that now is the best time to get the best deal. You can order this project after today, but if you like the limited time pricing and you want that bonus, then now is a really good time to order. Just make sure you do that before midnight Eastern time. Get all the supplies that you need, and then even that download is going to pop in your account, which is exciting too. And our final reminder is we do have Nina Gladden. She can always be of help to you. I put, we're always here to help. And then I put, well, not always. It's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We don't work on the weekends. Woohoo, sorry. But her contact information is on the screen. So if you have any specific questions about anything that we talked about, she can give you a hand. Just reach out to her and we will get you all taken care of.
Okay. So Nancy, I see one more question. Nancy wants to know if you have more than 2 things, are they all 10% off? And I actually think that they are, Nancy, but don't hold me to that. I will check on that right when we are off.
You know the best way to know, because I don't remember either. Put it in your cart and see what happens.
Yes, exactly.
And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it's just those
Yeah.
2. Because I honestly don't remember how we set it up.
Yeah, give it a try, Nancy. I do think that you'll get 10% off
There
each
you go.
eligible item. So after you add 2,
Just keep adding to
Yep.
cart and see what happens.
Yep.
That's the best advice I got.
Oh, and Barb answered Nancy's question. Yes, they are. I already did an order.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome. We still have a giveaway to do.
we do. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you said that. All right, let's share the screen. Now, the key word for today was the word summer. So go ahead real quick. I'll wait a couple seconds. Anybody else want to get entered in to win $50 in store credits? Pretty good deal. I saw a couple more pop in. So here we go. We'll see who the winner is. Takes a minute. Lolly Ellingson. Did I say that right?
I don't
I
know.
think I did.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lolly. Thanks for watching us over on Facebook. So for Lolly, what you're going to want to do is make sure you email Nina at hoopsisters.com. This will help her know what account to put this into specifically. Let her know that you're the winner for today, and congratulations. You do have 5 days that you need to do that before that 5 days is up. So we do a lot of giveaways and we can't remember. That's really why. So make sure that you let her know that you are the winner, and she will get $50 in store credit popped into your account. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, you all. Nina, if you wouldn't mind dropping that order link one more time. The clock's ticking. You have till midnight to decide, but we just want to make sure you get the best deal possible. So go have fun shopping. And we will see you back here. Well, actually Wednesday for Mystery Quilt, but Monday, June 17th for our one-day sew along.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Bye. Have a good weekend.